She watched our Hawks win their second Super Bowl. Hi, I'm Erica on Spirit 105.3, welcoming back Annabelle Hasselbeck, the daughter, of course, of Seahawks legend Matt Hasselebeck. She was there covering the big game for Sports Spectrum. Girl, how you doing this morning?
I am so good. Can you hear me okay?
You sound amazing, and you're so nice to come on with us because what a momentous night. What was your favorite thing about being there?
Oh my gosh. I have lost my voice from not even cheering during the game because the game was the way that it was, but lost my voice from just celebrating and screaming and being so happy. I think, my favorite part was watching the players and their families celebrate. That was so special to me. And just to know all the hard work that goes in throughout that season. And for me, and selfishly, to celebrate with my family. We've grown up Seahawks fans our whole lives. And so for us to be able to soak in that win and celebrate together, I was there with my dad, my mom, my sister. Unfortunately, my brother, he's at football practice, so he couldn't make it. But man, that was a core memory forever.
Oh, well, that's very on brand for your family, though. I mean, if you got to be away, you're playing football.
Yes.
Annabelle, it feels so good waking up in Seattle today. I'm such a happy 12, and I've been thanking the good Lord for this victory. Our city needs it. Do you think that's weird?
No, not at all. I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's a mistake if you miss it, right? Because I was standing there in the stands. I didn't play in the game, but I was thanking the Lord. This is a gift. There's a lot of hard things in life, and there are things that don't go your way. And for something to go your way and for your team to win and to be able to experience that, it's a gift. And so I think thanking the Lord for the little blessings that he gives, regardless of if you felt like you had an impact on it or not, that's a moment of joy. And so, yes, I think you should totally thank the Lord for a win because he's allowing you to have that special moment.
I saw a beautiful picture this morning. I didn't catch this live on my TV, but it was JSN just almost bowing down before God in prayer before that game started. And I'm wondering if you saw that and what your perspective is on that, because what a way to set the stage for that game.
Yeah, I didn't see that specific photo, but I can totally bring myself to what he needed to do in that moment. The lights are so bright. There's 70,000 fans plus the millions that are watching at home. And he's the best player on the field, right? And so for him to have to humble himself before the Lord, and, I don't know what he was exactly doing in that moment, if he was tying a shoe or if he was praying, so I don't want to assume anything.
Sure.
But I do know JSN is a man of faith, and I was able to ask him a few interview questions through our time with Sports Spectrum. And he has that character of, it's not about me, it's about the Lord. And everything he's done, he's always given glory to God and said, I would be nothing without him. So I can imagine in that moment, for him to be able to say, my team needs me, for him to humble himself and say, I can't do this on my own.
Wow. What was your favorite thing JSN said when you were talking with him?
I think just the fact that, I would be nothing on my own. And he alluded to through the highs and through the lows, am I going to basically be the same? Is my relationship with the Lord and then how am I going to view the Lord going to be the same? And I thought that was awesome because he just won the Super Bowl, right? But he also got hurt in the game.
Yes.
And he probably didn't get the amount of touchdowns and yardage and performance that he would have wanted, right? And so I love that he said, in the highs and the lows, how his faith has been tested and wanting to be the same person. But I thought that was really impressive because from a guy who has broken all the records this year, is leading the league in receiving yards, it could just be pretty mundane. But no, he was real about the heart as well.
Oh, and Annabelle, let's talk about the 12s. I feel like I'm part of this victory. I know you do. It's so beautiful. And I heard that from the moment we entered that stadium in Santa Clara, we were being heard.
You were being heard. The Seahawks was going through the entire stadium. It was amazing. At one point, there were too many Seahawks chants. And so it was kind of okay, am I going to join in this one? Am I going to join in the next one? But it was the 12 traveled and so special, so special.
How did you feel being in the midst of it? Because obviously you're taking it in as a real 12, as somebody there covering this huge event for Sports Spectrum. What's going through your mind and heart when you're in the middle of it?
I think for me, I was just thankful to get to be at the game because I had been to the game, when my dad played years and years ago, but I was little. I probably didn't realize all the things around me. And for me to be able to just experience the excitement of the Super Bowl was really cool. And I think the the blessing and the gift that it was, number one, to be there with my family. Like, to coordinate all that is, challenging. And then for me to have followed the Seahawks so closely this season with Sports Spectrum, but with doing a Seahawks show, and it was just a gift. It was just cool. And I think recognizing that in the moment, I think, as I've gotten older, it's easier for me to take a step back in the moment and be like, okay, I got to realize where I am, because I know this does not happen often. I don't know. Hopefully they'll go back to back, but I don't know when the next time I'll be back is.
Oh,
So
wow.
definitely just being in the moment, because it was so cool.
Well, I can't let you go without asking you about Kenneth Walker III. What a night he had. What a joy it was to watch him play the game. And then at the end, Annabelle, he's giving glory to God before he says anything else. Wow.
So incredible. It's funny. In the first half, he had like over 100 yards rushing in the first half.
Yes.
I thought to myself, oh man, how is he going to do it? But yeah, you just think about the work that he's probably put in throughout the year, and with Zach Charbonnet going down, him having to take on more of a load, and you can feel the weight on the players' shoulders of the season, the pressure, wanting to perform for the 12s. And so it's so cool to see athletes like K9, the MVP, point back to Jesus, because at the end of the day, it shows you where his strength is coming from. And I think for people who, have just as valuable jobs and just as important jobs that might look different than playing on a football field, it shows you, hey, whatever you're doing, the Lord can be your source of strength.
Oh, Annabelle Hasselbeck, thank you so much for hanging out with us again. I hope that you get some rest today and that the joy keeps flowing into the rest of your week.
Oh, well, thank you. You guys too. And I'm so excited to celebrate the 12th. I'm jealous that you're already back in Seattle. I might try to hitch a ride there at some point, try to come to the parade. But yeah, soak it up, celebrate it. And this is a team that everyone can be cheering for.
Oh, A to the men. Hope you make it to the parade.